Okay. So, my name is Adrien Polvast from SafeRail, which is a railway and metro engineering company. I'm very pleased to be here and have the opportunity to share with you and discuss about concrete TCL applications. In fact, I discovered the language during an internship within the company. We designed the first automatic metro in the world, which was Matra Transport International, and which was at that time bought by Siemens. So I'm happy to be within a Siemens building to speak about this. Initially, my internship was to design a graphical user interface that is able to display data coming from tested equipments and building dynamically the graphical user interface depending on the data received by the application. And since then, I used it during my work until now, in fact. Now I would like to show you how I use this Tcl, Tk, and some libraries like BLT, which is now refactor with as a RBC package. Because some years ago I presented a subject on the railway application with one of my former colleagues in 2009. This Tcl, Tk simulation and maintenance application are used widely by the French operator SNCF within their tools for testing and maintenance. Now I use them for metro application with a story that for a metro signaling system supplier has to design the odometry system of the metro, so to get the position and the speed of the metro, which is a very tricky system, and has files, Excel files of 4 megaoctet with around 70,000 records to analyze, in fact. And he tries to analyze this using Excel, so displaying graphs and try to analyze the data with this, which is not very convenient because there is no zooming capabilities. It's difficult to read the values and select some part of the data for better analysis. So they spend a long time to define how to use Excel, separate the data sets and so on. And so we propose, okay, so this is one example of the result you have. So, well, you have a graph and you can do not a lot of things. And I try to use BLT, so the graphical library, to display and browse into the data. Why? Because only at first just to try. So I spent 2 hours to load the data and display them using BLT. And in fact, I use RBC because of the TCUP install facility, which is really easy to use. And we started with a simple development until something I will show you that allow a detailed analysis of the data. And also what is interesting is the vector within the BLT library, which allow a lot of operation. So to manipulate the data, but also to do some operation on them, which can allow to define routines to analyze the data automatically. So instead of having an Excel graph, we displayed this kind of things. So this is a record of 70,000 records, individual records, that allow to zoom inside some portion of the data. So simply using the zooming capabilities. And so we are able to detect, for example, some, let's say, strange data inside the odometry calculations that the supplier was not aware anyway, because he hadn't any mean to analyze this data. So we discovered some kind of holes or different failures inside the odometry system, and with the possibility to display individually for each record, so at each time, the value for each data that is recorded in the file. So I just wanted to show you that dynamically. if I can. So the tool is something like this. You have a graph that has loaded a file, and you have two modes, a zoom mode and a value mode. The zoom mode allows to zoom on a particular section of the records. So you are able to click on one part and display something, which is okay, very interesting. For example, you can discover that there are some perturbations in the odometry sensors. Zoom on a particular part and then go to the value mode to display for each. It's a record of 100 milliseconds to display the values for all of this data and analyze very precisely the behavior of the system by just looking at the data and browsing into them, which was really a plus for the supplier. He never saw his data like this. Another use I have is to use the Tcl capabilities and the canvas for Metro simulation and display. We started from using .NET or Qt to display data, which was not very, let's say, convenient, because Qt takes a lot of time to code, to manage the events, to synchronize the different data, and to display something to the end user. And with .NET, our problem was different, is that we can put in place quite quickly a framework to display data. But then when you have huge amount of data, it becomes slower. The reactivity was poor while browsing into the data, to scroll, to filter the data, etc. So we switched to a Tcl simulation engine and display. To do some simulation. So the simulation is based on the simulation core, which allows to define a topology for the metro. So it defines the slope on the line on which the metro is running. There are different models. Each model, which is a system, for example. So the train itself is a system. There's the automatic train protection calculator, which is another system, and the automatic train operation system, which is a kind of driver of the train. And each model has a dedicated array for input and outputs. The graphical user interface uses the TK widgets, basically. And with scenario running capabilities, we're able to run scenario both for training, so to show a particular situation during training, to show how the metro system is running, or for testing. Also in the simulation core, we added a PLC control to to control two DC motors, to reproduce the wheel running, to test also the sensors that are plugged into the wheels that detects the wheel rotation and the speed of the wheel. So there are basically 4 models, a rolling stock model, so the behavior of the train according to physical laws, the gravity, the track gradients, air resistance, acceleration and braking. An outboard ATP model, so the automatic train protection. This one monitors the train speed and checks that the train never reach and go over another speed limit. An onboard ATO model, which drives the train automatically, and a trackside model, so which gives information about the gradients, the balises on the track, the platforms, and so on. The model is based on the system model is based on state machines. So I had discussion with Florian to try to use his couple state machine. That will be the next step for the simulation, because the system has different states during the train running, which is he stopped, he accelerates, and he's in a coasting phase, so without acceleration and braking. He's braking and stop at the station. That allow to open the train doors for the passenger exchange, and to close the door and authorize the train to start again. So it's the railway system and metro system are mainly based on state machines that drive and allow to explain the rules that are used by the system. The result is a tool like this with, let's say, a main window displaying the train running. So the train is static and the line is running under the train. And with the driver interface, so which is a speed meter with the consigned speed to be respected by the train. And it's based on canvas and TK widgets, which, at first was also a lightweight tool for internal use, but that we share with the same supplier as before to analyze its design and make some consulting services to show him the behavior of the train according to his own design. So I will show you that, but the simulation allows the train to, let's say, run on the line and the speed to be displayed on the driver interface. Until, for example, in the scenario, a train stops at the station. So we'll see the state of the train that is stopped. The doors are allowed to be open because the train is docked at the platform. And we always also the driver information, if there is a driver, that in the next step will be put not on this computer, but on a tablet, on a separate computer. Simply by using the trace variable mechanism and the after command, I'm able to define scenarios and to run them depending on three kinds of operation. So a set operation, that is to set a variable, in fact, which is an array. To check a value, for example, a train speed or the different train states, and to log the results into a file, and so give a global scenario result, if it's okay or if it's failed. So here it's failed because I test the speed of the train with the three operators that can be accepted. So the speed is over 50, under 50, or equal to 50. In the scenario it was under 50, so this one is okay, but the other failed, of course. And so the simulator is something like this. So we can load on configuration. So for example here, the train, the slope is a gradient of 15 per mile. And I can launch a simulation, well, either without any other model, so it's simply a train that I can drive. So if I play the simulation, first thing is that the train goes for reverse because of the slope, so I have to break it. And I can accelerate the train and see the train movement with the speed here displayed depending on the train running. Okay, so that's a simple train running. But I can also load again a configuration and load this time a scenario with a simple automatic train protection. So this time there are two models loaded. One for the train and the other one that protect the train against overspeed but also from rollback. So here the train went reverse but was braked because it's a dangerous situation. So we apply the braking. And it's the same if I try to run the train over the speed that is displayed now on the driver interface, which is 80 km. So we can see here the display of the different train variables. The train is accelerating and will reach a point, so he follows a curve that should allow him to stop in a safe manner. And if I continue accelerating, then the system reacts to brake the train and make it stop in a safe manner. So that's one first, the safety behavior of the train. It cannot go over a certain speed, so it has to stop before the final point. And the last one is to run the train automatically. Oops, sorry. Oh, sorry, I think I have a problem with this scenario. And so this time the train is running automatically. So we see, for example, here the odometry uncertainty. When the train is running, the uncertainty is growing until the train runs over a balise, which allows to reduce this uncertainty. So it's calculating the odometry parameters. And now it's driven automatically. So the train knows where to stop and is driven accordingly to stop at a station, to open the door, close the door for the passenger exchange. Okay, so this allows really to show a system behavior for training, but also for testing with scenario running capabilities, and to analyze really precisely how the system can be designed and tested. The last thing I wanted to show you is the, sorry, we don't see a lot of this, is the last year SNCF released and published a lot of the network data of all the French network, but it's not the only country to do it and not the only operator. More and more metro operator and railway operator publish their data. That is very interesting to use. And for the French operator, we have data for all the lines in France, with all the stations, the signaling objects, the level crossing signals, and so on. That can be easily displayed on the canvas also and used as a basis for different tools. Okay, and so here, depending on the zooming level on the canvas, more and more information are displayed. So at first stage, only the main cities in France are displayed. But if you zoom more on an area, then all the stations in this area are displayed. And if you zoom even deeper, then you present the signals, the level crossings, and so on, quite in an easy way, using TCL arrays and also tags with the TK canvas. So that's great. And again, I think I spent maybe four hours to develop this kind of tool, which is, it can be very useful in the railway applications. So my conclusion is that for training, simulation and testing tools, using TCL and TK is very efficient because it's easy to use, it's straightforward, you have no question to think about on the language, but you focus on the solution you want to have, so that's good. You can start with a small scripts that you grow adding new features, so that's great. Each tool I show you is hundreds of lines of code only, that's not big development. And the ability to define and run test scenario is great. So using arrays for data display, logging, and classic TK widgets is very powerful. So thank you for the canvas capabilities, but also for the BLT and now the RBC library. Even for big data sets, which are now today more and more common, as collection of data and more easy to get and to use. The drawbacks are now, we know it, but the language confidentiality, and also the documentation support and maintenance of several libraries, including BLT, because today BLT is not totally maintained to the latest, let's say Windows 64 bits library, for example. So the next step for me is to continue spreading the use of TCL TK, because I used it in my first company. So it was by Matra Transport, bought by Siemens. Then it was by CSE Transport for the railway French railway network, which was bought by Ansaldo STS, an Italian company. Then I used also TCL by General Electric, GE, which was bought by Alstom. Now I'm in a company that uses the tool I developed previously in my previous job. Today it's not bought by anyone, I think. So I will continue using it, trying to share some good practices on using it. And what I would like is to share and try to build some together some good practices using it. and see how we can define some tools, maybe cross domain tools that can be used for training, simulation, and testing. Okay, so it's okay for my presentation. Thank you. If you have questions.
I've got a question about the speed of the canvas. Do you use any tricks like only displaying the relevant data and removing the invisible parts, or do you just throw in all the data and let the canvas itself do its?
I try to define some layers using tags. So when you zoom on a particular part, it adds some new information. Mm-hmm. But I don't separate in the display what is displayed.
So you always have all the items on the canvas?
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, I see.
Has that ever been a barrier?
Sorry?
Have you ever reached a limit with the number of items on the canvas?
No limit reached, but it's a little bit slower, but that's still okay. So here, yeah, these are the total data for the French railway network. So we see all the lines with all the red points are the stations with the main cities. And if I zoom on a particular part, for example on the Paris area, I put Maison Lafitte because it's where I live. It's a small city, but but then at certain level, I display more information about all the stations. And if you go even deeper, then you will see, for example, one interesting part is the Saint-Lazare station here, where you can see the different station for the train stops. So with the different, but no, it's okay. Even if I loaded a lot of data, it's quite, it's quite okay.
I was in Paris 2 years ago. I remember that there was one underground line, one metro line that was driven automatically. Does this reflect in this data, or is it just the lines themselves without? Does it also provide data about what kind of metro lines they are?
Yeah. You have all information about the type of line that is displayed. So, it's either high-speed line, metro line, or freight line, for example. The type of signaling system you have, the maintenance operation that are on the line, a huge amount of data that can be used.
That's the data that's provided by the providers. Is that also all the data that's currently on this canvas?
No. Here there are only the main data, not all of them. Yeah.
Another question: how do you connect the PLCs with Tcl? You wrote in library, binary extension, or do you connect it via sockets? Or
No, I wrote a small Modbus protocol set of functions. Mm-hmm. So to read and write data on the
shared memory?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm.
So it's a kind of function set to manipulate shared memory sets, and since the PLC is connected to the shared memory, you control the PLC.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm.
Any further questions? Okay, then.
How many data items are there on the canvas? Do you have enough idea?
Yeah, there because I have the Excel file. This one are the lines. I need to check. I will give you the answer this evening.
Just to have an order of magnitude.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks again.
Thank you.